Hey, game 7. Playing Wally Schultz. In my experience, either I have a really difficult game against Wally or a really easy game. Nothing in between. Let's see how this one goes. Interesting opening rack. Some ideas of, yeah, gabs or bags. Maybe just gab, maybe just bag, but I think taking the points here is fine. Getting rid of the R just to score a little bit extra. It's a pretty defensive play as well. It's harder to overlap than the other ones. Oh, this word looks weird. Let's go with the E. I don't like it. Yeah, no, this is wrong. Waney. W-A-N-E-Y. That must be what he was thinking of. Alright, free turn. Very nice. And we drew the blank. So I see florals, and I could play that through the R. The two available bingos here are pretty difficult to spot, foosball and softball. I consider it pretty lucky that I managed to spot softball. But it takes me a while. It takes me a couple minutes for sure. And actually, the play of florals, only 40 points, but keeping a blank. It's quite strong here. It's just very difficult to do anything other than hit those two double word scores or bingo. Softball gives a lot more back. So the engine thinks this is a small mistake. It's close. Clearly, it seems like Wally didn't have any other vowels to go with his ENWY based on how quickly he played. So yeah, this play of woven is a lot less bad than the engine might expect. Even if I tell it the four tiles that I know. But what I didn't notice is Wally would have had wyvern through the R. He seems to have missed that. And look at this incredible draw. EENRSU blank. This game is basically almost over already. Two blank bingos in a row. This one's 90 points. So yeah, Insurer comes down. But what's crazy about this play is that it takes a C. Censurer. Neither of us thought that that was a word. Yule comes down for 15. Now I don't know any of Wallace's letters anymore. And I decide to start playing some pretty suffocating defense here. There's still a lot of places to play right now on the left side, or on the right side, excuse me. But this play makes it really hard to access the bottom left of the board. Engine prefers playing a bit longer there, but I like my choice. Just trying to play as much defense as possible. X comes down, that helps me. It's really hard to do anything now. The whole bottom of the board is not really easily accessible, especially after this nice find of layer, making EAU. Now Prex can happen, but you need one of the two Ps, and you need a good play there. So it will open eventually, it's just going to be very difficult to do so, but look at this draw and this play. This was really, really bad timing. Wallace opens a triple, and I can't access the triple at all from my end, but I can play Tiz or Azo through the Z. I could play Iota to try and block as well and keep terribly, but I decided to exchange. This is a problem. I should not have done this. The reason that I misevaluated this is because of Censurer. And oh my gosh, Evict comes down, but I was so worried he was going to keep going. Eviction or evicting. Luckily no triple. He scores well, but now it's a threat. constantly. Maybe evicting is happening next turn, maybe eviction, and that's going to open access to the bottom right. But still, right now, things are closed. There's nothing I can really do about those extension plays right now. So I'm just balancing my rack, not opening anything new. I'm extremely comfortable here, up over 100 points. Wallace plays HM. He's not doing anything to open the board yet. It's probably better for him to play that with SH, with the S and Brags. This gives me easy access to the triple. I don't have to do anything anymore. Just have to wait and see what he tries to do. Maybe I draw a bingo of my own, making EMS, ERS, something there. I'm okay with that. That'll just seal the deal. He exchanges 3. So I'm looking at these 2 lines here on the left side, wondering what I can do about them. But honestly, I probably shouldn't have worried about those lines right now, even though he is a lot closer than usual to a bingo. I probably should have played Ired instead to block evicting and eviction stuff. If he plays a bingo now, I'm very likely to bingo through it. So it's not a big deal. Then I draw the J. This looks weird at first, but this gives me a fantastic play. Eviction comes down. I shouldn't have allowed that. Now there are 3 ways to access the bottom of the board. But this draw was better than a bingo. I don't have to open anything. 42 points. INRT. Awesome. Draw the E, that's great. Alright, I have bingos. He can't block. I have 2 spots. Plays dig, blocks the worst spot with SI. He finally reaches the bottom half of the board. But yeah, entreat or iterant. Iterant being better because it doesn't take an S hook. Just making sure I'm not missing something somewhere else. This game is over. If it wasn't already clear. Pretty balanced draw. Flip over the K. Don't ask why I do that. I'll answer in the comments if you actually really want to know. So now he's played dig and dog, and there's still some ways to access some space on the bottom, but of course I'm not worried. Just score some points, make sure he can't get a humongous play down to the triple on the rightmost column. I could have played Punka and Prex just to block the double-double, but I'm not worried. He fishes. Okay. Really not much I can do. There's too many spots open now. I definitely mishandled that DEF position. I played it's probably better to play HUN instead. Just undouble the ends. Make it a little bit harder to hit the triple as well. But at this point it's not that important. Taking the points is always a decent thing to do. Wallace finally bingos. I was feeling pretty bad. Paul's ear comes down. So now I'm worried about the Q. But I notice there's one spot for it, making QI for 11. Then there's also Kadi if I had the Q right now. And 8 letters, I'd have Kadi. So just keep the A and the I I won't get Q stuck. Knob is a perfect way to do that. Scores best, keeps the best. If I draw the Q, I now have 2 spots. Drawing 3 out of 6. So if he doesn't have it, it's 50-50 shot at drawing it. Oh, and the C makes the Q draw even better for me. Now I have a 3rd spot. Can you spot it? Wallace blocks Kadi, thinking he's saving himself potentially some spread, but I have something else in store. Yes, CINQ, the elusive Q without U word. 47 points. I'm going out next move. I actually considered playing Yar to set up another spot for CINQ, but that actually just helps Wallace more than it helps myself. If I play Yar, he just plays Loon. Or Loot, I mean. And now he just has to play this for 17. Something there. Could have been TOT, TIL. And I'm ready to play Yar. And I realize, oh, there's a better spot, isn't there? 1 extra point for Raya or Ray in that spot making Dogi. And this game is over. A very feel-good game. But missing a hook again. Not blocking that triple. Really a bad idea. I was trying to win by as much as possible. I was greedy. And it worked out, luckily. It's a much needed spread. If I win the rest of my games, I can still win the tournament. Yeah, back to that position after Nazi. Really should have played Tiz. Everything else seemed fine though. Good game.